And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers. And that one will bounce out of the... Back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Here's Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Touchdown, Packers. Chris Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Packers 7, Steelers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A run with Henry on 1st down, but nowhere to go there as he can't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Tackled
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 42-yard punt. But 8 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady gives this one off to Jones. 1st down and much more here for Jones. 20! And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 13. A big run there by Jones. Give him 42 yards on the ground. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Tackle made.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Quick throw complete. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Derrick Henry. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And able to find Dorsett. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Gain of 6.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 34. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
His 48-yard line.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
6-yard line.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
They'll run with Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's brought down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On play action. Now Breeze. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Carlos Bruce Dunlap picks up his second sack of the afternoon. The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
Wait, that. Wait, him. 55. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go. Check it. Reload.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A nice run there by Jones on 1st down as he'll wind up getting about 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 24-yard line.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. On play action, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
10 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Brady to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Set to kick off.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
6 yards left on second down.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Mike 5-5. Mike 55.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, it's Jones, and he's going to get this one down to the 45.
He was taken.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On the pickup.
Play action, now it's Brady.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
Derrick Henry all alone and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Derrick Henry. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
The 40-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
He was taken
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Brady's throw there complete. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
2 yards.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
Pittsburgh.
They keep it with Henry on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The point after is good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Breeze going to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Complete to Derrick
An
Henry.
excellent pickup of 20 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On play action, it's Breeze. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run it again with Henry. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A gain of 3 on the play. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a play fake. Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
His kick is good.
And it's up and good.
Makes the score Packers 34, Steelers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. They'll go again to Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. On first down, it's Jones. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
A gain of 4.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From just shy of midfield, Brady rolling to his right. He'll run it. Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
44-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
At the 30-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. A run with Smallwood. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
3rd down and 12.
Again, it's Smallwood. And he's got some space here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Smith catches left side. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Wait, that's line 20. Watch the run, watch the run. Check 31, check 31.
A quick throw by Brady, complete. Touchdown, Packers. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Steelers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. This is Henry. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9. Now Breeze lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10, and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. From midfield, here's Brady. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Tackle made.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The veteran Mario Addison in there to drop him for a loss. On 2nd down, it's Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
55, guys, 55. Guys, it's game situation.
On play action, now Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Mario Addison able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On now is the Packers punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
they can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Fielded in the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
At the 29-yard
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
2nd and 6.
This is Elliott. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Carry. Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Prescott to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
At their own 29-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Alden Smith there on the tackle.
Aaron Jones.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
13.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. First down carry by Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Prescott to throw this time. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The end of the first quarter with no score.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Running with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
13 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense has really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein.
For the Cowboy field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
On the carry. Anthony Brown on the tackle.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rodgers under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. He can't get him down. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Looking deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 72 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Rodgers again now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a 1st. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jones, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They give it off here to the tight end. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Brought down just shy of the goal line.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jay Sternberger in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camp. Do you remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room? This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. First and 10 here. The second half starts with a carry by Jones.
Aaron Jones.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they'll get to it after a gain of 7 to the 47. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Green Bay Packer. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now left side on the swing pass. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
Strip that ball. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. No chance.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On first down, Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Now Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
A 39-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. Back now at Lambeau. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score of the final play of the 3rd quarter. Fielded in the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
First down.
Gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 20-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 7.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. First down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
Tonight, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, Robbie Gold set to kick off. It's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This is Jonathan Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down by Earl.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 66 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he stopped immediately there. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Block working out of the gun. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Jamie Collins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Carolina. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. They got it done.
At their own 25-yard.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12. Lock it quickly to Thielen here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Adam Thielen.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From midfield, here's Locke. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 24.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Back to Taylor on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jamie Collins, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Hunt.
26-yard line.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Kaepernick wants to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
1st and 10.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Joey Bosa.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 46-yard line.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
3rd and 2.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Kaepernick. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there, and they end up making the play.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. turnover. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Falcons offense set to go. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Intended for Adam.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
On the coverage.
Throwing again. Locke. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation...
The ball is free. Taylor lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week. Forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on,
We'll go with desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
A gain of 2.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Harris on the coverage.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he finds a man, it's Olsen. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. This is Hunt. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Hunt, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Bud Dupree. A gain of a yard. Brings up
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the slant complete to Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. To give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal in any event.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
On the return is Henderson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10. at their own 24-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
Complete to Jonathan.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
At the 33-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. Touchdown, Falcons! David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. It's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect it. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that uncovering late. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
The 44-yard line.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 51 the mic, boy. 51. I'm not ready.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's another.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Kaepernick to throw again. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On play action, it's Kaepernick. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Kaepernick again to the right side and complete to Hurst. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. So give him the first down. First and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Intended for 10. That
was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Kaepernick will try again on second down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half.
7-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over first and 10.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. But we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Third and 2.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
That's good.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. And this is incomplete. And that one going to come up short, low throw. They work again from the 38 on second and 10. They'll run. This is Hunt. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for DeAndre Hopkins. Incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
A second and 11 from the 19. Locke working out of the gun. Got Gordon open, completes it. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Open man is Allison, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. This is the tight end, Njoku. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. K.J. Wright. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Jamie Collins in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Tackle made by Emerson Griffin. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run again with Hunt. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Gain of only a yard.
Here we go on 4th down with Kaepernick. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Block now on 1st down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st down, Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamie Collins. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jamie Collins, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Locke. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Adam Thielen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons cut into that lead. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 5 plays there on that drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Julio Jones just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll run with one on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. He was tackled at the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They run for it with Hunt. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Eli Apple. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. After the turnover, here's Locke. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Drew Locke. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They run again with Hunt. They'll go option to the short side. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 25. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
3rd and
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. It's caught. Jones. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
2nd and 7.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And Hunt is not going to get there. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun. Block. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, block, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Again, they'll throw with Locke. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Kaepernick now to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's It's third down.
I like that play call right after they've been sacked because they anticipated pressure again. And if you believe that, you know you got to get the ball out of your hands quickly. That one was incomplete.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
So on fourth down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind, they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
17.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return is Henderson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and shoot.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Tonight,
a big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Panthers, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. Thanks for... EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Buffalo Bills.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good cut. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Buffalo Bills.
Kickoff for the Raiders.
And off we go from Las Vegas. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
A 6-yard.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st down, Bills.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.